Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Platter Review series reviews I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this might be one of the most Chicago-y things of all time. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my Ventana shirt. Yeah! Love me some Ventana. If you're unfamiliar with Ventana as a band, they are a band, they've actually been around for quite a while now. Gotta be fucking like 20 plus years or something. They're often sort of cited as being kind of a branch off of the band Mushroomhead, as, you know, a number of the members over the years have been affiliated with Mushroomhead. But it does beg mentioning that they are not only that. In fact, that is just one small facet of what they are. They are very much their own thing. They do very much their own music. Kind of industrial metal. I'm a big fan of theirs. I've seen them in a few different incarnations now. I've been fortunate enough to see them perform live. Actually, videos of their performances that I've attended. Those videos are on my channel, in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music is concerned, because, they're one of my favorite bands. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here today? Why is it so damn Chicago-y? Well, folks, that's because I'm going to be reviewing for you, boom, from Garrett's Popcorn, and I have reviewed some of their stuff in the past. You can look those up. This is their Chicago pizza flavored popcorn. Now, a lot of people are familiar with Chicago and our pizza scene. Of course, deep dish is kind of our claim to fame, but, you know, we certainly have more beyond that. But that is, you know, the quintessential kind of Chicago pizza, especially for people from the outside looking in. But one thing that a lot of people don't know is that popcorn is actually our state snack. And Garrett's is like kind of one of like the big names in that whole thing. Now, what with this being from Garrett's, I'm going to go over there and include this in my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just sort of Illinois spots and products and stuff. So we'll see how Garrett's does as far as, it's got a thing. Garrett and Home Run Inn share so much in common. By the way, I have reviewed some Home Run Inn pizza. You can look up that review. From our Chicago roots to our commitment to made from scratch recipes of premium ingredients, only natural, cheese pizza. Okay, so, it sounds like it's just cheese pizza, but yeah, sure, let's get a thing, and then we'll do this. Let's give it a go. Oh, please be delicious. I like Home Run Inn, so, although I don't know if I've ever actually been to a Home Run Inn. I just buy their frozen pizzas sometimes. That has a scent to it. All right. We'll do just one to start. One is not enough. But it does give me at least an idea of what's going on. So, yeah, it's basically it's cheese popcorn. But with sort of like a tomato-y kind of vibe, which, yeah, you're trying to emulate, you know. And what was that? I think Cheetos? Because I reviewed it. They did a cheese pizza Cheetos, you know, so, like, this isn't an entirely new concept, but obviously new for Garrett's. Okay. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a tomato-y vibe, almost like, I want to say, maybe like a paprika kind of deal. Okay, let's do this properly. Let's be the monsters that we are, right? Okay. Yeah, if you get a full mouthful. Okay. Yeah, there's some seasoning there. If you get a full mouthful, you start to really get where they're going for with it. One thing by itself definitely isn't going to get you, but if you get enough in there, especially as it goes by, you can definitely taste like some of those sort of, Chicago sort of seasonings and pizza seasonings and stuff like that. Okay. By the way, I just got through a review on this chocolate cream soda. Go look up that review if you're interested. It's pretty much gone, but no, I mean, okay. I'm gonna say this. I like it. I think they played it a little bit too safe. I think they could have gone heavier on it with the seasoning because it really does take a while to really get like, and you do. I'll give it that much. You do get to a point where it actually does really hit, and it's like, okay, there it is. But it's like, on like the, if you're talking about like, sort of 3 sections of flavor, it's firmly in the third where you really get it. So you have to kind of, up until that point, it's building. You got a little cheesiness, you got a little tomatoiness and stuff. But once you get to the end, that's when it's like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. That, I feel, should have been the flavor the entire time. And then, I feel like they maybe went a little conservative. But it was still tasty. It's just, you gotta really get a proper mouthful, and you gotta kind of let it do its thing. Eventually, it all starts to come together. And again, you do get a distinct sort of pizza flavor. I'll be honest, like, and I'm probably biased. I'm definitely biased. I can get where they're coming from with the idea of the Chicago pizza. I could even say that, having had Home Run Inn's cheese, at least frozen pizzas anyway, yeah, I kind of get what they're going for with it. Like, I like the idea of the team up, even though I don't think it quite lives up to the expectations I had for it. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Sure and sure. Like, it's not going to be a resounding recommendation, especially, and again, that's sad, because, like, I really was like, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. Garrett's is a great company. Home Run Inn, they've got some damn fine pizza. Again, like, I think they did a pretty good job, but I feel like they just were too conservative with it. I think if they'd been willing to kind of just really go all in, that would have gone over there and made it. Because, like, even if I'm thinking about, like, just normal cheddar popcorn doesn't fuck around. Instantly. And from point A to the end, point A to point B, with point B being the end, you taste it the whole way through. With this, there's too much buildup before you really get there. But I do still like it. And, yeah, I could see myself maybe going over there and grabbing it again. It's not anything spectacular, though. That's why if I'm recommending it, sure. I don't think it's as good as it could have been. And I think that many people would probably agree with me on that. I think that both Garrett's and Home Run Inn being, sort of Chicago, Illinois sort of institutions in their own right, I feel like they could have done better. And I do feel like that's something that would reflect in other people's experiences. But it's not a bad product. It is tasty. And again, when you get enough of it, it does actually manage to hit pretty hard with that pizza flavor. It just takes too damn long to get there. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly Chicago pizza-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, New York can say whatever the fuck they want. We all fucking know. Pshaw. I will take all of the corruption, all the bureaucracy, and some of the shit that gets levied against Chicago. Some of it, because a lot of it is just over-exaggerated bullshit. I will not ever relent on the pizza thing. It's fucking ours. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But What do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what is your pizza scene like, wherever you're from? Because, obviously I'm going to talk about my local scene. It's fucking, come on, man. It's, Chicago and Illinois. But, of course, there's other great food scenes out there and pizza scenes and stuff. And, they're not as good as Chicago's. But, nothing wrong with coming in second place. Distant second. But anyway, bye.